at Wreck Warehouse.
ABC News Channel 27 on your side.
September 5th, 2005. I'm Ted Koppel reporting tonight from New Orleans. And this is Nightline. They keep coming, but how many people can possibly be left?
I don't know where to go. I really don't. That's why I stayed inside, because I don't know where to go.
On the one hand, signs of progress at the broken levee. But word that the Superdome will probably have to be rebuilt from scratch. And the compassion of a poor town in Kentucky brings hope to the weary in New Orleans. This is not the federal government.
No, this is volunteerism.
This is not the state government.
Not state.
This is not municipal government.
No, this is the American people who can give when people need help.
Tonight, Hurricane Katrina, state of emergency. If Ray Nagin, the mayor of New Orleans, is right, and there is absolutely no way that he can be sure at this stage, he's just estimating, guessing, but if he's even close to being right, this will rank as the worst natural disaster in American history. The mayor thinks there is still some 50,000 people unaccounted for in and around the city. And so he says it wouldn't be unreasonable if there were 10,000 dead. That process, counting the dead, hasn't even begun yet. A full week after Hurricane Katrina hit, they are still gathering and evacuating. So it was painfully slow in coming, but now, as though some bureaucratic levee had burst, the city is inundated with military and other security forces, medical teams, and volunteers from all over. We have been flying into different locations around the city all day long with the help of a Black Hawk helicopter crew from Lobo Battalion of the 1st Air Cavalry Division. Beginning early this morning, they have given us a reach and access that we could never have achieved any other way. From the air, you can see the progress that's being made in shoring up that broken levee, the one that flooded homes as far as the eye can see. An endless line of helicopters dropping one sandbag after another into the breach. But on the other side of the levee, the water seems just as high as ever. You have to keep reminding yourself, that's New Orleans down there. The water practically touching the eaves of some of the rooftops. But even where the water only reaches halfway up a house, the structure's done for. You know it'll never be a home again. There's this over one part of the city from a few hundred feet up, and this on the ground just a few miles away. St. Louis Cathedral, standing proud, glistening, white, seemingly untouched in the heart of the old French Quarter. This is Pirates Alley. I'm standing next to a plaque marking Faulkner House. Here in 1925, William Faulkner, Nobel laureate, wrote his first novel. It then goes on to say the building was erected in 1840 on a site formerly occupied by part of the yard and buildings of the French colonial prison. This is a city that has memorably seen the good times roll. It has also seen some very, very bad times, but perhaps nothing quite as bad as these. In these turbulent days, it is as though this were the quiet eye of the storm. A giant sign outside St. Louis Cathedral referencing a restoration made necessary by another hurricane years ago that destroyed a cupola. Inside a garden, behind the church, a couple of pet bowls apparently left out in the hope that some cats, or one cat in particular, would find them. And across from the church, some newspapers, unsold, from August 26, when Katrina was still gathering her strength over the Gulf. The melancholy tinkling of a wind chime hanging from a French Quarter balcony, while below, armed troops and police patrol the storm-scoured streets. Back up, over the city again by helicopter, to the convention center, where only the hills and valleys of garbage testify to the thousands of people who spent 3, 4, and 5 desperate days and nights inside without adequate food, water, or sanitary conditions. Now, the parking lot outside is a staging site for helicopter evacuations, although some of these evacuees seemed reluctant to be here in the first place. What's it look like where you came from?
Fine. No, basically no damage.
So why'd they take you out of there?
I have no clue.
Why'd you come?
I have no clue. And I have court.
By whom?
Army.
The Army said you had to come?
Yep. Captain Army.
You want to go back?
Yeah. That'd be great. Go sleep in my own bed instead of a cot.
We want to just go back to our place. We got plenty of liquids. We got plenty of food. We got food up the wazoo.
How are you going to get back? You got no truck now.
We'll walk.
How far?
It's almost Poland Street in the Bywater.
I don't know where that is. How far is that?
It's a couple miles.
Behind the convention center, we find Warren Ruther. His company manages the facility.
What we need is a general. We need an Eisenhower. Somebody needs to declare war and bring Eisenhower in here or Schwarzkopf and say, you're in charge. Get it done.
Mr. Ruther's company is also involved in the management of the Superdome, a building he does not believe will survive.
We're going to have to take it down. The roof, as you can see, it just peeled. If you go look at it, the roof has been peeled back. It's still underwater as of right now.
So you're going to have to get a whole new sports stadium.
Yes, I think so. And we're going to have to make provisions. Whatever we rebuild is going to have to be strong enough to be safe for our people to go to in case we get another one of these.
Our helicopter crew has been tasked with airlifting a handful of evacuees out to the airport. A few days ago, there weren't enough buses to handle everyone who wanted or needed to leave. Now, the city has every possible mode of transportation available, and then some. As we fly out to the airport, tugs are nosing the USS Bataan to her dockside berth. She has doctors, hospital beds, food, and water. She can produce up to 100,000 gallons of drinkable water a day. The Bataan has been in the region for days, simply waiting for orders. We and the 5 evacuees are helicoptered to the airport. Some people know where they're going, most do not. Now that the rescue effort is in high gear, now that the equipment and personnel are in place, everyone is being treated with great decency. But there's something symbolically appropriate about the evacuees being moved at the airport on baggage trucks. That's how it must feel at times. When we come back, a great act of kindness from Hazard, Kentucky.
This is ABC News Nightline. Brought to you by Lexus.
There is a fine line between recklessness and courage. It's about time you understood what
It's time for an alternative vehicle that's fuel efficient yet spacious, that runs cleaner yet more powerfully. Introducing the world's first luxury hybrid, the Lexus RX 400h.
After 25 years together, I can't imagine life without Bob. So when his doctor told him his high blood pressure and cholesterol increased his risk of a heart attack, I worried. But I feel better because his doctor recommended Bayer Low Dose.
Doctors know that Bayer can prevent 1 out of 3 heart attacks, and more doctors take Bayer for their own hearts. Aspirin is not appropriate for everyone, so be sure to talk to your doctor before you begin an aspirin regimen.
We both feel better because I take my Bayer.
You'll feel better protected by Bayer.
Are you still supporting your landlord or thinking of buying a trailer? Stop. Call 1-800-NEW-HOUSE. If your family income is at least $45,000 a year, or you already own land, you could own a quality site-built home like this from America's Home Place. We have over 60 floor plans to choose from at 1-800-NEW-HOUSE. Call today for your free video and floor plan book. America's Home Place, building quality homes throughout the Southeast. 1-800-NEW-HOUSE.
Rue. Toasteroo.
Something terrible is happening.
Night Stalker premieres Thursday, September 29th, 9/8 Central, only on ABC.
Choose clear.
We continued our aerial tour of the devastated Crescent City in our first Air Cavalry Black Hawk helicopter, taking off from the Naval Air Station at Belle Chase, just downriver from New Orleans.
Brian, can you put down in the parking lot? I can. Coming around left. Stand by.
On the relatively dry west bank of the city, we spotted a strip mall with a long line of people in the parking lot. Our pilot touched down between a Barnes & Noble and a Linens and Things.
4, 3, 2, 1.
As it turned out, this supply of free food, water, and other necessities was not organized by FEMA or the Red Cross. Do you know where all of this food is coming from?
No, sir, but I pray God bless them. God bless them.
It's a blessing.
It is, isn't it?
Your Kentucky neighbors are praying for you. God bless you and keep you safe.
Did you ever hear of Hazard, Kentucky?
No, sir. Not at all.
This convoy of donations originated in eastern Kentucky, coal country, in the town of Hazard. It was organized by local radio station WSGS and the Perry County Sheriff's Department.
The citizens of Hazard, Kentucky and Perry County filled 4 53-foot box trailers in this cube van with water and food and got us on the road. And all these tractors and trailers and all these drivers donated their time to come down here on Labor Day weekend to help these people out.
Well, that's amazing. Now, I must confess to you, I've always heard that Hazard was a pretty poor part of the country. I mean, folks don't have a whole lot themselves, do they?
It's pretty rough. I'd say it's probably well under the median income level for the nation. It's coal country, and it's tough. But they're giving people. They're faith-based people. They're giving people, and all it took was a 1-hour radio show, and we told them what we needed. Set up at the Super Walmart and just stood by and watched them fill up 3 trailers worth of stuff.
So this is not the federal government.
No, this is volunteerism.
This is not the state government.
Not state.
This is not municipal government.
No, this is the American people who can give when people need help.
One woman from Hazard helped organize this effort, but wanted no credit, wouldn't even give us her name.
People gave like they gave and gave and gave, and they're still giving as we're down here. And they'll give and give, I know.
Among the things they gave, diapers, canned goods, water, baby food. And it says, keep up your spirits. Help is on the way. You are in our thoughts and prayers. And the good folk of Hazard, Kentucky also made sure that their New Orleans neighbors were well stocked with a particular southern delicacy. It looks to me as though the folks down here are not going to be wanting for pork rinds, doesn't it?
No, I don't know who donated those, but believe me, they're a hot item. People are taking them.
I'll bet they are. It will, of course, take many more good Samaritans, to say nothing of all the resources of the federal government, to get relief to the victims of Katrina. But this seems like a pretty good start. And the folks from Hazard, Kentucky are already preparing their next delivery.
That's me, Lola, and today's my 11th day with Prilosec OTC. You know, when I get frequent heartburn, I didn't just miss the food, I missed the cooking. But now that I have my Prilosec OTC, that's all changed. It started working for me on the first day. Let me see. On day 2, I did a stir fry. Day 6, I bought fresh cherries and baked a pie for the first time in I don't know how long. Today, I'm having the family over for Lola's lasagna. Imagine, 0 heartburn for 24 hours with 1 pill a day. That's what's so great about Prilosec OTC. It's day 11 for me. What day are you on?
Working on that pen.
Thanks for the Jeff, Mom.
Simple, everyday moments can be the perfect time to talk to your kids about not smoking, so you don't have to plan a big discussion.
Look, there's a dragonfly in the window.
A little moment will do just fine. Talk to your kids about not smoking.
Smoking cigarettes can hurt your game too.
They'll listen.
Don't worry, Dad. I won't.
For conversation starters, log on to philipmorrisusa.com.
If you're a woman like me, you'd be smart to ask your doctor about prescription Actonel. A-C-T-O-N-E-L. Act now. And fight back with Actonel.
A Labor Day sale like no other at Turner's with store-wide markdowns and 24-month interest-free financing. 5 name-brand queen beds priced under $5.99. Plus Sealy and Jamieson king mattresses at queen prices. Unbelievable savings on comfortable Lazy Boy recliners. And these stunning Millennium leather sofas are almost gone. You can't buy for less unless the quality is less. Store-wide markdowns and no interest for 2 years. Turner's Labor Day sale. Hurry in, it's almost over.
A program is being marketed in Florida and Georgia. Millions of dollars have been secured by First Team Mitsubishi and several major financial institutions. You could qualify for automotive credit, no matter what your credit history. Operators are standing by 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your call is free and completely confidential. So call right now, because when the money runs out, this market event will end without notice. Call 888-251-5700 and join the First Team. A program is being marketed in Florida and Georgia. Millions of dollars have been secured by First Team Mitsubishi and several major financial institutions. You could qualify for automotive credit, no matter what your credit history. Operators are standing by 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your call is free and completely confidential. So call right now, because when the money runs out, this market event will end without notice. Call 888-251-5700 and join the First Team.
Armed lawmen, fearful of looting, turned those people back at gunpoint.
At the parish line, the county line of Gretna, they were met with attacked dogs and police officers with machine guns saying, you have to turn back.
Go back.
Because a looter got in the shopping center and set it afire.
And was that race? Was that
I
class?
don't know. You're going to have to go ask them. But those questions need to be answered. And I'm pissed about it. And I don't know how many people died as a result of that.
The sheriff of Jefferson Parish is Harry Lee. He and I sat down together late this afternoon at a local high school football stadium.
Well, let's start at the beginning. A lot of anger, a lot of frustration. People are tired. People are just upset. But much of what they're upset about is that they had 15,000, 20,000 people at the convention center, and they didn't have any food for them. They didn't have any medicine for them. And some of them started coming across the bridge to come over here to your parish. And then what happened?
And I was very angry when that happened, because what they first started doing was they plucked them off the roof and dropped them in my parish, did not say anything. Had I known they were going to do that, I'd have broken into a store and gotten food for these people, because they were on the roof for a day or 2 days, no water, no food, no medicine. But they never, to this day, they never didn't tell me what they were going to do. And then what happens is, on a Wednesday, the chief of police for Gretna is very upset with me and on the police radio calling me all kinds of names, because he said that I authorized these people to walk across the bridge who were at the Superdome, and they did not realize that the ones that got to the Superdome were the really fortunate ones. In the deplorable conditions they were in, they were the fortunate ones. Looking back, I can see that. At the time, I was just as upset with the way things were going as they were.
Well, the mayor of New Orleans is saying that the people who were coming from the convention center, and they were, I mean, you want to talk about deplorable conditions. I don't know if you've been over there.
They were, I didn't go there. They were deplorable. The whole situation, but what happens is, looking back, now that I had a few days to reflect on it, as deplorable those conditions were there, it's much better than being on the roof.
It's maybe better than being on a roof, but over here, conditions were relatively good compared to over there.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were. And they were here.
But they say when people were trying to cross the bridge, your men were there with guns sending them back.
No. That's not what happened. What happened was, all the looting going. What happened was, we believed, and I think we may have caught the guy, that burned down the shopping center were these people that were refugees. Now, They said, no, what do you come? We have no food here either. All of the people that were able to get out left. So what happens is, they would have done exactly what you did and what I did. I'm telling you, if my wife and my children didn't have any food for 2 days, I'd have broken into the first house I saw. Tell me, let me do something. How long is it going to be? When is FEMA going to provide the water and the food for these people that are dropping off here?
You're telling me FEMA didn't help you out?
No, they didn't. They never did tell me they were coming. But I understand that. As pissed off as I was when they did it, looking back, their important job was to get the people off the roof. So they took them off the roof and they put them at Causeway and I-10. And from there, with long delays, no buses were there. There was all kind of foul up.
So the bottom line is, you had 15,000 people over there who didn't have enough food, didn't have enough water, didn't have sanitary conditions.
They had nothing.
And nobody's taking care of them.
Nothing. And it wasn't until 2 days later, some DEA agents commandeered some toilets. And then I found out, and they got the truck too, so they said, where do you want to put these? I saw the people, I said, put them right here. And then what happens, that was the day the president here, and then he must have made that phone call because things started happening the next day.
If
somebody got the word that said, take care of those people. And I think when the president came down and when he left that news conference, he picked up the phone and kicked somebody's butt. Things started to happen.
When we come back, a small Louisiana town that doesn't have much to begin with fights to be heard among the many communities crying out for help.
This is it, my time to shine, getting better all the time. This is everything I wanted. This is just for me.
It targets only the gray hair. Replace it with subtle tones for a natural look in 5 easy minutes.
This is everything I wanted. This is just for me.
Like that fresh, clean scent of Febreze on your couch? Now you can get it in your laundry. Tide, Downy, and Bounce. Now available with the light, fresh scent of Febreze. A fresh approach to laundry.
Oh, okay.
Shock, suffering, anger. Hurricane Katrina. What went wrong? How many lives could have been saved? What about the accusations of race? Tomorrow, Diane Sawyer in Louisiana, Robin Roberts in Mississippi. A vital Good Morning America town hall meeting. Tough questions, straight answers.
It's the Battle of the Brands at Rec Warehouse. 6 nationally advertised spa brands with factory reps on site battling for your business. 4,000 spas in stock. Guaranteed discounts up to $3,500 off. No interest, no payments till 2007. Friday through Monday, only at Rec Warehouse.
Do you long for endless possibilities? We do. Do you believe in taking the long way home? We do. Do you believe that smiles can be generated not only by a curve, but by a straight line? We do. Do you believe that power can mesh with unmatched safety and performance? We do. At Capital Eurocars, we do.
This week on Millionaire, can these contestants work some millionaire magic?
You've actually pulled a few rabbits out of the hat.
And make their dreams come true?
That's the biggest check I've ever seen. The final answer.
Find out this week on Millionaire.
Weekdays on ABC News Channel 27.
In compliance with the Children's Television Act of 1996, WTXL-TV files quarterly reports with the Federal Communications Commission, documenting programming aired on the station designed to serve children's educational and informational needs. Copies of these reports are placed in the WTXL-TV public file at 8440 Deer Lake Road, Tallahassee, Florida, and are available for public inspection by appointment during regular business hours. If you wish to review these reports, contact the Children's Programming Liaison.
Even now, a week after the storm, there are still some towns so battered by the hurricane that no one has yet even assessed the damage. One of those communities is Washington Parish, where Nightline correspondent Dave Marish was among the first to visit.
Even in normal times, Washington Parish and the piney woods country north of New Orleans has been a poor, neglected place. But in the days since the eye wall of Hurricane Katrina crossed the parish, knocking out all power and telephone systems, being out of communication meant being out of the loop, being forgotten by state and federal emergency operations. And this, say parish leaders, has multiplied the misery for people whose homes and lives were literally crushed by the storm.
It was a nightmare. It was devastating. It was horrible because after the tree crash, we were just like, we didn't think we was going to survive.
Her next-door neighbors almost didn't survive. A tree crashing through their roof trapped one man in his kitchen. Fortunately, Marilyn's brother Lyman had a chainsaw.
I've been watching that tree all day, and all of a sudden I looked outside, I didn't see nothing but sky. And that tree was done gone. I heard these people over here scream.
He was here between this cabinet and this tree when it come down through the roof.
And I took my saw and cut the kitchen cabinets out and cutting pans and everything else, sparks flying, everything else, but we finally got him out.
After the storm blew through, the sudden hush in the weather was followed by a second silence, the apparent indifference of the outside world.
We kind of felt like we, were left out. We were wondering if we were going to even get some food.
For days, almost no aid, almost no attention had been given to Washington Parish. Its disaster was simply overshadowed by the greater losses on the Mississippi Gulf Coast and in New Orleans.
Finally.
But at a meeting of parish leaders Saturday, the parish president, Toy Taylor, who had driven all the way to Baton Rouge last Thursday to complain on the radio about the government's neglect of his badly battered territory, said he thought the tide was now turning.
I have nothing but good today. In fact, I can't walk in here with any critical need right now for the first time.
The long weekend has brought progress. Now, at least one hospital in the parish has oxygen for the patients it had to send home. Now, distribution of water, ice, meals ready to eat, and other basics is up and running. And now, the commander of the local National Guard unit can offer fresh troops to protect locals who are worried about marauding bands of looters.
We just received 6 sheriff's deputies from Beaufort, South Carolina.
But for every thank you, there remain dozens of complaints.
We have patients out there who were suffering and dying.
We have not had any contact with FEMA in Franklinton at all.
Paris Sumrall, the mayor of the tiny town of Barnadoe, took matters and deliveries of emergency supplies into her own hands. She says she had no other choice.
Paris, FEMA stands for what, as far as you're concerned?
In my opinion, it stands for Forget Everybody But Metropolitan Areas. It's been 7 days since the storm, and as the mayor of this town, I have not been contacted by FEMA at all.
According to many local people, even FEMA's few accomplishments have been tainted. While the federal agency did hire contractors to clear the main roads, they harassed local people who wanted to clear trees off of rooftops and back lanes and private driveways, all of which FEMA has no plans presently to clear.
FEMA shut them down. That's our understanding. That's what they told us. FEMA told them that that there's an opportunity for price gouging in the future, and that they may price gouge in the future, so they are not letting them help the local community.
As usual, it's fallen to local people and local communities to improvise solutions to the problem of recovering from a natural disaster. But what disappoints a lot of people here is that the recovery from Hurricane Katrina has been achieved more in spite of than because of help from their federal government. I'm Dave Marish for Nightline in Washington Parish, Louisiana. We'll be reporting from the battered Gulf Coast for the rest of this week. For tonight, that's our report. I'm Ted Koppel in New Orleans. For all of us here at ABC News, good night.
This has been a presentation of ABC News. More Americans get their news from ABC News than from any other source.
began losing my hair about a year ago. Is it ever gonna stop? What causes it to fall out anyway?
Let's say I'm ready to do something about my hair loss. What are my options?
Why me?
It's hard to know what to do when you start losing your hair. That's where Bosley comes in. For over 25 years, people have turned to us for answers to their questions about hair loss and hair restoration.
So what is natural hair restoration? Where does the hair come from? Is it permanent?
Does the hair actually grow?
To find out, just call this toll-free number. We'll send you this free video and comprehensive guidebook that give you the real facts about hair loss and the choices you have for dealing with it. Financing is available. So call now and discover how Bosley has advanced the science of natural hair restoration, how they use your own living hair to fill in the thin spots. You'll also meet people who were once losing their hair and see what they looked like then and now.
But here's the big question. Do you think my barber will remember me?
Learn about all your options. Call now and get the information you need to determine if hair restoration is right for you.
It's the battle of the brands at Rec Warehouse. 6 nationally advertised spa brands with factory reps on site battling for your business. 4,000 spas in stock. Guaranteed discounts up to $3,500 off. No interest, no payment till 2007. Friday through Monday, only at Rec Warehouse.
What are you doing?
Oh, you'll see, my friend.
Why is everybody talking about Friends?
Monica was getting a boob job.
Things are getting friendlier.
We never slept with you.
Whose fault is that?
On Friends.
Weeknights at 7 and 7:30 on ABC News Channel 27. ABC News Channel 27 on your side.
From Hollywood, it's Jimmy Kimmel Live! Jimmy's guest tonight, Kathy Griffin, Dr. Drew Pinsky, live from New Mexico with the eBay Ghost Kid, and music from Reliant K. With Galino and the Glee Show. And now, for the rest of the hour, here's Jimmy Kimmel!
At home, you probably have to get up to work in the morning, but it's important that you stay up until the very end of the show tonight, because tonight, at the end of this show, I am going to do something that has never been done on television before. This will be so amazing. Even I don't know what it's going to be yet, but we're going to figure it out in the next hour. And all you have to do is sit back and be blown away. The big story today is, I guess, in Homer, Michigan, their high school baseball team is... Oh, no, wait, that isn't the big story today. That's a smaller story we got from the studio audience. No, the big story today, or at least the one that jumped out at me, is this thing with Pat Roberts. And Pat Roberts, in case you don't know, is a televangelist. He's one of the big ones, and he's also one of the dumbest ones. He hosts the show, you probably heard of it, maybe never seen it, the 700 Club, and he's getting a lot of heat today after suggesting on his show yesterday that we go ahead and assassinate the president of Venezuela. He has
destroyed the Venezuelan economy, and he's going to make that a launching pad for communist infiltration and Muslim extremism all over the continent. You know, I don't know about this doctrine of assassination, but if he thinks we're trying to assassinate him, I think we really ought to go ahead and do it.
That is what Jesus would do. Oh, no, wait, that isn't what Jesus would. Jesus would probably hold a dance-off and settle it non-violently. Here's some more assassination talk from the founder of the Christian Coalition.
Without question, this is a dangerous enemy to our South, controlling a huge pool of oil that could hurt us very badly. We have the ability to take him out, and I think the time has come that we exercise that ability. We don't need another $200 billion war to get rid of one, strong-armed dictator. It's a whole lot easier to have some of the covert operatives do the job and then get it over with.
Yeah, all right. Well, you go in there and get them then. We'll be right behind you. Needless to say, the Venezuelan government is not amused. I guess they don't realize that the only people watching the 700 Club are 7 100-year-olds, but all they know is there's a guy on TV here encouraging people to kill their president. And they're furious. A spokesman for the 700 Club today had a press conference, surprisingly, not at all apologetic. I mean, they are standing squarely behind their man.
Mr. Robertson stands by his call for the United States to eliminate Venezuelan President Hugo Chavez. He's an imminent threat to our country and to our way of life. Furthermore, Mr. Robertson would like to share a few more names of people he'd like to see eliminated on what he calls his unholy list. Matt LeBlanc. I think we can all agree that Joey is no friends. Dakota Fanning. Just not a big fan. Whoever came up with the word Lunchables. Let's see, 6 Feet Under is done anyway. The rest of this is pretty standard stuff. We got Osama, Saddam, Omarosa, Paris Hilton. It's a pretty long list. Tell you what, I'm going to have this posted on the website tonight. And on behalf of everyone at the 700 Club, we want to wish Pat happy killing.
Well, there you go. Well, it's not a bad list, actually. It really isn't, but I don't think anybody thinks a religious broadcast is the place to encourage murder. I mean, these guys are supposed to be pretending that they follow the Bible on these shows, right? That's the tradition. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but for my money, if you want to know how to be a TV preacher, go no further than the Reverend Kearney Thomas. This guy knows how it's supposed to be done. Yep.
God is healing you right now. God's healing you. I think this is the camera I'm on right now. God's healing you right now. Glory to God. God's healing you. I'm touching you right now. God's healing you. I curse every sickness. I curse every disease. I curse every infirmity. Be healed now!